Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So NC State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Wood. Works the middle of the field. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business. The fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, NC State!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Miami's offense will have its first possession of the game. This one has all the makings of an old-fashioned shootout, David, especially with a couple of signal callers who can play like this.
Well, and it's so great when you're a quarterback because you want to stack up against the best. And these guys going at it tick for tack, it will be really fun to see which one of these guys rises to the top.
And it's not great when you're a defense in this game. You've got to find a way to get pressure on these guys, maybe get a takeaway. You've got to break serve. It's like a tennis match.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Now on second down. He leaves it with his back. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
They'll run it from the gun. Nifty little dance step. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Wood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Looking for space. It's Perkins. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it over the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Looking to throw on second down. Safe completion on the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's good.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught near the sticks, it's Wade. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Wade.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Quick strike complete. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. He's looking to throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're bringing heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pulls it in. It's good.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and see.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's good. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They want to throw it. Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we don't expect to see another play here. They'll just take a knee and head to the break, all tied up. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses have played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit better.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Back to throw, it's Wood. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block, and the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. From the gun, the running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to power their way ahead, and the Canes will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
The Canes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Wants to throw. It's Wood. That throw might have been a little... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Grab behind the line. It's Cantrell. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Bulls his way forward.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner will be dragged down. The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. He finds his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to... That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Got a man. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He wants it all. Touchdown, Miami! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's complete. A huge pickup. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Looking to pass. It's Wood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And that pass picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.